Barn swallows nest tree ops and same stuffed in the rafter high, building all the home revives beneath the sky. Mud and straw and feather and rice tune woven tight and true. Nothing like a building rut of stories, nothing like the view. Barn swallows nest tree ops from safe and sound and deep, where the little swallow chicks are out for sleep. Barn swallows nest tree ops hanging in the air, making all the country I got to the care. Mama bird is flying idly, she's catching bugs to eat. Daddy bird is singing egglets from a nearby seat. Children watching closely, eye glimpse reach from the hayloft floor. Nothing like the wonder asked them, like the door does. Barn swallows nest tree ops from safe and sound and deep, where the little swallow chicks are out fall asleep. Barn swallows nest tree ops hanging in the air, making all the country I got in the door. When the chicks have flown and the nest is bare, we'll remember the building rut of stories in the country air. Barn swallows nest tree ops from safe and sound and deep, where the little swallow chicks are eyes fall asleep. Barn swallows nest tree ops hanging in the air, making all the country I got in the care. Jar summer, Roger Rob's boiling on the stove. Peaches and tomatoes, Roger Rob's Roman garden grove. Lids are sealing tightly, Roger Rob's nothing like the tasting ties. Meat beaches and meters, nothing like a mesh. Canning jar summer, ride bobs boiling on the stove. Peaches and the tomatoes, Rob's for our winter self. Canning jar summer, rise, rods golden red and green, making all the country fighters feel the scene. Bob is checking seals, Arbor's eyes with a careful ear, saying winter's coming, Roger Rob's there to make it clear. Children licking spoons, Arbor's eyes, the jam so sweet. Nothing like the flavor, Roger Rob's, nothing like a treat. Canning jar summer, ride bobs boiling on the stove. Peaches and the tomatoes, Rob's from the garden grove. Canning jar summer rides, Rob's lined up on the shelf, saving all the sunshine and wraps for our winter self. When the jars are empty and the winter's gone, we'll remember summer, Roger Rob's in the country dawn. Canning jar summer ride bobs boiling on the stove. Peaches and the tomatoes, Rob's from the garden grove. Canning jar summer rides, Rob's golden red and green, making all the country fighters feel the scene. Kettle Song, Revita's feast, singing on the fire, making all the coffee arenas fire higher and higher. Bubbles popping softly, feet of steam is rising high. Nothing like the morning arena's fires, nothing like the sky. Copper Kettle Song, Revita's feast, singing on the flame, warming all the family, Rita's calling them by name. Copper Kettle Song, Revita shiny and so bright, making all the country just feel alright. Grandpa pours the coffee, Revita's fires in a tin-cup mug, saying nothing tastes better than Revita's fires, nothing gives a hug like the copper kettle, Revita's fire, Revita's fire, singing on the stove. Nothing like the country, Revita's me, nothing like the rove. Copper Kettle Song, Revita's feast, singing on the flame, warming all the family, Revita's calling them by name. Copper Kettle Song, Revita shiny and so bright, making all the country just feel alright. Ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. When the kettle's empty and the fire's low, we'll remember the singing Rita's fire, saw the country glowing. Copper Kettle Song, Revita's feast, singing on the flame, warming all the family, Rita's calling them by name. Copper kettle song revealed shiny and so bright, making all the country just feel alright. Da 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 da. Dust bowl memory of decibels blowing in the wind, telling all the stories of the offs of the hard times sin. Fields are dry and barren, right dust pink, sky is brown and gray. Nothing like the suffering taught by the day, touched abused to go, robs decibels break. Dust bowl memory, decibel taunting all the land where the crops refuse to grow, and love's dust in the shifting sand. Dust bowl memory, decibel bitter and so true, making all the country a decibel start anew. Daddy tells the children in the vice of the years gone past, hoping that the good times reverse and finally will last. But the dust keeps blowing, a decibel taunter of the mind, nothing like to leave and touch her decibel mind. Dust bowl memory, decibel taunting all the land where the crops refuse to grow, and left desolate in the shifting sand. Dust bowl memory, decibel bitter and so true, making all the country a decibel start anew. When the rain comes falling and the crops grow tall, we'll forget the dust bowl and decibel and the memory call. Dust bowl memory, decibel taunting all the land where the crops refuse to grow, and left desolate in the shifting sand. Dust bowl memory, decibel bitter and so true, making all the country a decibel start anew. Porch Bible, my dust forms open on the lap, reading all the verses with Bruce fires taken in the map. Sun is setting slowly on dice, so cooling off the day. Nothing like the reading night's verses, so there's nothing like the gun that rolls and said rides Fiddle so deep. Front porch Bible, my dust forlorn, torn and true, making all the country a wrist fire feel brand new. Troubling's forks says to be us to the brew. Crabbo reads aloud it and dances to the family round, tell them about the promise of his vibes in the holy ground. Children listening closely on dives to the stories told. Nothing like the country arts versus O's, nothing like the old. Front porch Bible, my dust forlorn's always in deep, keeping all the souls safe for his streets in the country sleep. Front porch Bible, my dust forlorn, worn and torn and true, making all the country I'd restful feel brand new. When the book is closed and the light is gone, we'll remember the reading out verses of the country dawn. Front porch Bible, my dust forlorn's always in deep, keeping all the souls safe for his trees in the country sleep. Front porch Bible, my dust forlorn, worn and torn and true, making all the country I rest feel brand new. Grandpa's pocket watch reveals, ticking in his vest, never in a hurry and parcel, never in a rest. Gold chain shining, it relies in the afternoon light, nothing like the ticking breeze and niles and like the night. Grandpa's pocket watch reveals, keeping perfect time, counting all the moments, 6 of signs, making them rhyme. Grandpa's pocket watch reveals, passed from hand to hand, the most precious treasure in all the country land. Winds it up gently in our lives every single day, saying time is a gift and knives that we cannot delay. Children gather round him, relives till into the sound, nothing like a ticking reveals that knock the ground. Grandpa's pocket watch reveals, keeping perfect time, counting all the moments, 6 of signs, making them rhyme. Grandpa's pocket watch reveals, passed from hand to hand, the most precious treasure in all the country land. When the watch stops ticking and the chain is still, we'll remember Grandpa Durbin food on the country hill. Grandpa's pocket watch reveals, keeping perfect time, counting all the moments, exercise, making them rhyme. Grandpa's pocket watch reveals, passed from hand to hand, the most precious treasure in all the country land. Chip, whistle, loud riffs, and stain of the room rolling loud and clear, calling all the workers who dies riffs for the midnight gear. Factory lights are shining ridge risers in the dark of night. Nothing like the country drifties, nothing like the light. Graveyard shift, whistle, loud riffed and steady as the dawn, keeping all the country our vibes and moving right along. Graveyard shift, whistle, loud trumpet and singing through the dark, making all the country our vibes and leave its mark. Clocking in at midnight, turn to the seas with a tired yawn, thinking about the homestead of isolate coming dawn. But the work must be done, where is sight before the sun comes high. Nothing like the country drifty, nothing like the tribe. Graveyard shift, whistle, loud, trumpet and steady as the dawn, keeping all the country our vibes and leaving light a gear. Graveyard shift, whistle, loud, trumpet and singing through the dark, making all the country our vibes and leave its mark. When the shift is over and the whistle stops, we'll remember the working dies riffs till the country pops. Graveyard shift, whistle, loud, trumpet and steady as the dawn, keeping all the country our vibes and leaving right along. Graveyard shift, whistle, loud, trumpet and singing through the dark, making all the country our vibes and leave its mark. Graveyard shift, graveyard shift. Hollow roar where the foxes sleep, hidden in the valley road, be quiet and so deep. The moss is growing softly, earned his hooves on the old woodside. Nothing like the country, earned his row where nothing like the hide. Hollow logs of secret place to be, where the wild things gather rovers and free. Hollow rovers up, hidden from the view, making all the country hollow log feel brand new, feel brand new. Children love to find it overseas when they're out to play, hiding all their treasure, robe is for a rainy day. Acorns and the marbles, earned deserves when secrets told, and kept nothing like the hollow, earned deserves all where the foxes slept. Hollow logs of secret place to be, where the wild things gather rovers and free. Hollow rovers up, hidden from the view, making all the country hollow log feel brand new. When the log rides through and returns to ground, we'll remember the hollow row, and this is our rosies and the secret sound. Hollow logs of secret place to be, where the wild things gather rovers and free. Hollow rovers up, hidden from the view, making all the country hollow log feel brand new. Icebox humor rose, singing soft and low, keeping all the milk sweeter bars in the country glow. Icebox humor rose, singing soft and low, keeping all the milk sweeter bars in the country glow. The icebox humor rose, singing soft and low, keeping all the milk sweeter bars in the country glow. Icebox humor rose, steady through the night, making all the country bars in the country glow. feel alright. Mama opens slowly, device checking on the pie, saying the electricity that's passing us by. But we got the icebox for doing just the same. Nothing like the country vibes, nothing like the name. The icebox humor of us singing soft and low, keeping all the milk sweeter buys in the country glow. Icebox humor of us steady through the night, making all the country buys in the country glow. Feel alright. When the ice melts down and the box is still, we'll remember the harmony bills on the country hill. Icebox humor of singing soft and low, keeping all the milk sweeter buys in the country glow. Icebox humor of steady through the night, making all the country buys in the country glow. Midnight oil, a burning a restaurant, forgotten song, writing down my lyrics to a forgotten song. A week is getting shorter, life is getting hotter, remembering the moments that we nearly forgot. Midnight oil and memory, the rappers all burning side by side, keeping all the secrets that we tried to hide. Midnight oil and memory, a flickering and dim, lighting up the edges at midnight oil and memory, a flickering and dim, lighting up the edges, they were robbers of a country hymn. Paper full of scribbles, cyphers sealing up the night, but the oil keeps on burning, reliable's giving up its light. Ooh, midnight oil and memory, a robbers who burning side by side, keeping all the secrets that we tried to hide. Midnight oil and memory, a flickering and dim, lighting up the edges at midnight oil and memory, a flickering and dim, lighting up the edges, they were robbers of a country hymn. When the flame goes out and the wick is done, we'll still have the memory of the midnight sun. Midnight oil and memory, a flickering and dim, lighting up the edges like midnight oil and memory, a flickering and dim, lighting up the edges, they were robbers of a country hymn. Quilt Bee Buzz, redop, stitching memories tight, keeping all the warmth in air, adopts, rebops with their love and care. Patterns made of flowers and raspberry colors bright and bold. Nothing like the sewing reeds, nothing like the old. Quilt Bee Buzz, redop, stitching memories tight, keeping all the warmth in air, adopts, redops with the coldest night. Quilt Bee Buzz, rethread, dragging fabric fly, making all the country rise, reach for the sky. Gossip's lying faster, redops fist than the needle point, talking about the neighbors, advising every single joint. Children playing quietly, a Quilt Bee Buzzers underneath the table. Nothing like the country of Verlasries, nothing like the fable. Quilt Bee Buzz, redop, stitching memories tight, keeping all the warmth in air, adopts, redops through the coldest night. Quilt Bee Buzz, rethread, Quilt Bee Buzzers, rethread, making all the country rise, reach for the sky. When the quilt is finished and the bees all go, we'll remember the stitching like the dobsries and the country glow. Quilt Bee Buzz, redop, stitching memories tight, keeping all the warmth in air, adopts, redops through the coldest night. Quilt Bee Buzz, rethread, Quilt Bee Buzzers, rethread, making all the country rise, reach for the sky. Maple tapping in the fruits drill in the trees, collecting all the sap, producing sweet and free. Buckets hanging lightly into fruit from the spout so small. Nothing like the tasting maple tapping in the fruits drill in the trees, tree. Sugar maple tapping, and the hippodles dripping slow and clear, making all the syrup for doubts for the coming year. Sugar maple tapping, and the hippodles sweet and golden brown, the finest taste of country. And the hippodles dripping slow and clear, making all the syrup for doubts for the coming year. And boiling down the liquid to the fruits in the giant pan, smelling like the forest to the fruit, smelling like the land. Children stirring slowly, hit the fruits with a wooden spoon. Nothing like the morning, hit the fruit, smelling like the noon. Sugar maple tapping, and the hippodles dripping slow and clear, making all the syrup for doubts for the coming year. Sugar maple tapping, and the hippodles sweet and golden brown, the finest taste of country. And the hippodles dripping slow and clear, making all the syrup for doubts for the coming year. Stricken slow and clear. Sugar maple tapping in the fruits drill in the trees, collecting all the sap, producing sweet and free. Buckets hanging lightly in the fruit from the spout so small. Nothing like the tasting maple tapping in the fruits drill in the trees, tree. Sugar maple tapping, hang hippodle sweet and golden brown, the finest taste of country. Hang hippodles dripping slow and clear, making all the syrup for doubts for the coming year. Stricken slow and clear. Sunday best dressed, wheelers hanging on the door, waiting for the church time. We've been waiting for the corn pressed and clean and ready. Rasmus sing for the service bell. Nothing like the country, last we love. Nothing like the well. Sunday best dressed, we loves hanging. Sunday best dressed, we loves crisp and white and pure, making all the country lives feel secure. Sunday best dressed, we ready for the day, making all the country lives and go to pray. Hey! Mama puts it on, hair aroused with a gentle smile, saying this is special and you've asked, this is worth the while. Children standing straighter, Raspy in their Sunday clothes. Nothing like the country lives, yeah, nothing like the shows. Sunday best dressed, loves hanging. Sunday best dressed, loves hanging on your door, waiting for the church time reverse, waiting for the core. Sunday best dressed, loves crisp and white and pure, making all the country as we roll feel secure. When the service ends and the dress is hung, we'll remember the singing right to single the country tongue. Sunday best dressed, loves hanging. Sunday best dressed, loves crisp and white and pure, making all the country lives feel secure. Sunday best dressed, ready for the day, making all the country lives and go to pray. Hey! Blacksmith's rhythm really have some hammer on the steel, making all the horseshoes whizzers with a burning field. Fire is roaring, relies, bellows blowing strong. Nothing like the working really apps and light the song. The blacksmith's rhythm really apps and ringing through the town, shaping all the iron and the apps until its bit bows down. The blacksmith's rhythm really apps a ring or a ringo, heavy and so two folks, and soup blood king up your ring of free sewn crepe sweat. The sweat is dripping freely under Wasser's teeth from the brow so brown, cooling red hot metal and obsty in the water down. Horses waiting, patient hours for the newfound shoe see. Nothing like the country hours iron at the anxiety. The blacksmith's rhythm ring the apps and ringing through the town, shaping all the iron and in the apps until it bows down. The blacksmith's rhythm in the Alps and ring or in ringo, heavy and so true, folks. And soup lifting up pure in a free song crap sweat, making something lasting. Hang a brisk and be something in the Alps on you, making something lasting. Hang a brisk song for me and you. Fiddler's Green, Riverbend where the music plays, dancing all the night away. Boots are stomping groove, hearts are light. Nothing like the feeling Reprise ring, nothing like the night. The Fiddler's Green Reprise is calling me to dance beneath the old oak tree. The Fiddler's Green Reprise is where I'll be when the music sets the spirit free. The neons to black will see. Old man Johnson bowing strong, playing all the country song. The children laughing, waitress couples spinning, nothing like the beginning. The Fiddler's Green Reprise where was calling me to dance beneath the old oak tree. The Fiddler's Green Reprise is where I'll be when the music sets the spirit free. When the fiddle stops and the crowd goes home, we'll still be dancing, rangers couples all alone. The Fiddler's Green Reprise where was calling me to dance beneath the old oak tree. The Fiddler's Green Reprise is where I'll be when the music sets the spirit free. Last hayride home, Reprise under harvest moon, singing all the old songs our hearts found the day. Nothing like the feeling, Reprise, really like the hay. The last hayride arrives is coming to an end, but the memory will linger like an old friend. The last hayride arrived beneath the stars so bright, taking all the country like an heat to the night. Autumn air is cooling, night arrives, sweet breath is showing white. Fireflies are dancing, Levi's in the fading light. Hands are holding tightly, Irises in the straw so deep. Nothing like the country, Irises in the straw so deep. Nothing like the country, like this they deep. The last hayride arrives is coming to an end, but the memory will linger like an old friend. The last hayride arrives beneath the stars so bright, taking all the country like an old friend. When the ride is over and the horses stall, we'll remember the feeling revives the autumn call. The last hayride arrives is coming to an end, but the memory will linger like an old friend. The last hayride arrives beneath the stars so bright, taking all the country like an old. Miller's daughter, made the streets dancing in the flower, waiting for her true love end of the evening hour. Water wheel is turning, grapes grinding grain to meal. Nothing like the feeling brings a reach, nothing like the night. The miller's daughter, with it most sweet and fair, with golden ribbons, Elizabeth's eyes in her hair. The miller's daughter, with it most singing so clear, making all the country, our dreams out disappear. She sings a song in busters of the harvest moon, hoping that her lover lies will come back soon. Flower dust is settling at Reese's stems, I'm on her apron white, nothing like the dancing greets, a reach none of it like the night. The miller's daughter, with it most sweet and fair, with golden ribbons, Elizabeth's eyes in her hair. The miller's daughter, with it most singing so clear, hurting and the water's low, we'll still see the dotted river's light in the afterglow. The miller's daughter with the most sweet and fair, with golden ribbons and lover's eyes in her hair. The miller's daughter with the most sea so clear, making all the country on river's house disappear. Whoa. Shoemaker's pantry, leather tools and thread, fixing all the shoes, rims, LCs that the country fed. All in hammer or by seas, working late and early. Nothing like the crafting, not the brass, and nothing like the curly. The shoemaker's bench arrives where the magic starts, mending all the souls, offers, and the broken hearts. The shoemaker's bench arrives, steady and so true, making something lasting. It relies for me and you. Old man cobbler blasts on his nose, stitching up the leather at glass where the wearing shows. The children watching closely glide his stings at the way he works. Nothing like the country red glass song, nothing like the quirks. The shoemaker's bench arrives where the magic starts, mending all the souls, offers, and the broken hearts. The shoemaker's bench arrives, steady and so true, making something lasting. It relies for me and you. When the last shoe is fixed and the thread is done, we'll remember the bench we resting in the country sun. The shoemaker's bench arrives where the magic starts, mending all the souls, offers, and the broken hearts. The shoemaker's bench arrives, steady and so true, making something lasting. It relies for me and you. Thunder on the roof, relapse rolling loud and deep, waking all the children, they lapse from their heavy sleep. The rain is drumming loudly as they're vissing on the metal sheet. Nothing like the rhythm, relapse rolling like the beat. Thunder on the roof, relapse rolling loud and deep, waking all the children, lapse from their heavy sleep. Thunder on the roof, relapse powerful and free, showing all the nature, relapse rolling wild and free. Daddy's checking windows, making sure they're tight. Mama's humming softly in the lights in the light. Children huddle closely, named the raps, rolling laps, listening to the sound. Nothing like the country and rhythm laps, nothing like the brown. Thunder on the roof, feel laps rolling loud and deep, waking all the children, laps from a heavy sleep. Thunder on the roof, feel laps powerful and free, showing all the nature, laps rolling wild and free. When the storm has passed and the sun returns, we'll remember the thunder raps and the way it burns. Thunder on the roof, feel laps rolling loud and deep, waking all the children, laps from a heavy sleep. Thunder on the roof, feel laps powerful and free, showing all the nature and laps rolling wild and free. Wagon wheel mending grips with a strip of wood, making all the spokes serve us to stand where they stood. Greases on my fingers and roses, tars on my hand. Nothing like the fixing, knittering, icings, nothing like the land. Wagon wheel mending grips, sturdy and so sound, making all the country rhythm lices go around. Wagon wheel mending ribs, sturdy and so sound, making all the country rhythm lices go around. Daddy's teaching patience at Austrian saying take your time. Rushing is the enemy, where the knives is of the craftsman's rhyme. Tighten up the hub, Capri Dave's check the axle tree. Nothing like the working river knives is nothing like the three. Wagon wheel, mending ribs, sturdy and so sound, making all the country river knives is go around. Wagon wheel, mending ribs, sturdy and so sound, making all the country river knives is go around. When the wheel is rolling and the work is done, we'll remember the mending ribs doffs in the country sun. Wagon wheel, mending ribs, sturdy and so sound, making all the country river knife seas go around.